And we just did distance to ball. So Bill was reaching a bit too much, and as he's reaching too much, as he's taking the club away, he had to bring that knee forward for support. And that's where, you know, that was one of the contributing factors to your left knee sticking out and your center of gravity falling forward. And then if it falls forward too much, now you're in that predicament, right? If you don't pull out enough, it's Shank City. And if you do pull out, it's going to be a pull, and then it starts to get really spreading wider and wider as the clubs get longer. So do that little perpetual motion. Yeah, exactly. Now feel secure in the arches of the feet. So look at his posture is phenomenal. So you're feeling the weight in the arches of your feet. You feel like every spike in that shoe is secure to the ground. And then you're going to cut grass in both directions. Beautiful. So can you see where that club is passing right now? Yeah. So put that, no, we'll do the posture first. Get the full posture back, knees and all that. Yes. Now you can bring that to the ball. So you can see now the distance to ball looks pretty phenomenal. So to him, it felt like that ball was a little close. So he started getting a little conscious with that. And so instead now you're going to say, okay, when I let the arm club unit swing in that direction, it feels like that's where it wants to cut grass. So it's not your job to cut that grass there. You're just going to let it swing in that direction, and you know it's going to cut grass there. Super. Nice solid strike. Notice before you were kind of hitting him a little thin. Beautiful. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
There. Little wear spot there. Excellent. Good. So as you get accustomed to that, you know, distance to ball, and you'll notice that's basically how we want to do it with all the clubs in the bag. Because as the clubs get longer, your hands are going to start getting farther away from the body, so you're going to need to pre-deploy. And as the clubs get shorter, now we got a wedge in our hands, right? And power galore. 140-yard wedge is a stock wedge. So he's got super posture, nice strong grip. You're compressing the ball well, and that strong grip is what's allowing you to deliver to the target. So now we're gonna, with this accustomed, distance to ball, then you can start really releasing it out there without, any concern, and especially not any adjustment, dynamic adjustment to reach for the ball. Yep. Okay, awesome.
Good.
Very interesting turn of events. You'll rewind the previous swings we did from down the line. And I was noticing, because he had a very prominent draw, and we were going, okay, let's weaken the grip a little bit, because it was, he's got a very strong grip, but if it starts to overturn a little bit, then we want to open the face a bit more. However, I had noticed that he was letting go of the club at the top of the backswing, and you could see his right hand is nice and prominent. He's a right-handed person, and that right hand had a little bit too much dominance on the club. So we went to a full overlap instead of an interlock, and when we put the whole left hand on the club, now all of a sudden he's no longer letting go of the club, and the hook's gone, right? So we went from a power hook, a power draw, to soft draw, right? Yep. So obviously that feels very strange for you, right? But you do feel that lead hand is more secure on the club.
I do.
And that's obviously going to get you that much more of a notch of consistency. So let's see it a couple of shots. So we did distance to ball. So now watch him, he knows how to find his distance to ball beautifully now. And then we're swinging through that intermediate point into that finish with a solid left foot through the ground. Oh, Bill, that's just awesome. Yes, sir. You see that swing, man? It's so beautiful. So the way we got him to secure that left foot better, and we're attacking it from both ends. So we saw how we wanted to have a better turn in the backswing. Then we did some walking. So if you face the camera, Bill, show me a nice walk here. Cut those nice rows. Now you notice his left foot is not rocking to the outside one bit. Go ahead and finish your swing. So look at that finish right here and how his center of gravity is right through, and that left foot is very flat on the ground. He still has suction on that arch. So we're attacking it from both ends. We're attacking it first and foremost, got to feel what that backswing should feel like. And then when he gets to the top of the swing, I'm making him aware of, so he does a backswing and stops, and then he's going to ask himself, when I swing to the target, do I have everything in order underneath me to catch me on the other side? No. Yes. And then we attack it from the other side so the brain can connect the other side of the coin and say, okay, now that I'm walking, it's like, whoa, that really feels good in my lead side. I have to do this in my left-handed swing because I tend to go outside my left foot. And so now he feels how that lead hip is going to receive him with that bolted front foot. Yep. And now we say, okay, we got the distance between ourselves and the ball, and now we're going to be swinging into that finish and hold the finish. Now here's something that you really don't want to miss in our premium channel. We're talking about the diagonal swing. We did one with Chris, and Bill is another one who said, thank you, that was, that really relieves me because I feel the need to drop that foot back. Yeah. And at one point during a shot, after doing a little bit of walking, he says, okay, I'm going that way, I want to finish through that lead hip. He says, oh, there's the diagonal stance. Because you felt the need to drop that foot back, and it felt much easier for you to perform the task. Exactly. So you see how it's task-based. I'm not asking you to hit a position here for the sake of a picture in a book. I'm asking you to perform a task, and your body and your brain will tell you which feels better to acquire the task. Right. Man, that's awesome. Thanks for the help, man. Hey, this will really help a lot of people.